Okay, here we're going to add an RFI node onto the person modify operation. So under configure system, we're going to go into manage operations. We're going to select the entity type level. We're going to select the person entity, and we're going to select the modify operation. So from here then we can just select the RFI node, grab hold of these lines and join up the RFI node. So we select the properties then, so we've got to give it an RFI node, so we'll call it D session RFI. The parameters on the next page are context sensitive depending on what entity that you're going to prompt for. So we'll come on to that later. What we'll do here first of all is select the participant, and to keep things nice and simple we'll select the system administrator. You can get quite complicated custom participants that go in here. We won't have an escalation participant because we're just doing this for testing really. And here then we need to select the entity type, which is an entity type of person. And on my system I've got multiple person entries, so we're going to select the default person entry. And that pulls up the attributes that are associated with that. We're going to select the display name and add that. So now we've got an RFI node that is going to prompt for display name. Let me just change that actually, sorry, I meant to put driver license, which is the example I gave you earlier. So under parameters then we have to fill in the relevant data, and this can confuse people, so we'll just search for the relevant data. Under relevant data here I've got person, and we click select that, highlight it and click OK, and OK again. Oh, sorry, not OK again. Under our container then you search for the relevant data. On my example here I've already got an org container. You may not have one. If you don't have one in here, then what you do is in the relevant data search is you add one. So you can call it just call it org and select organizational container, and then OK, and then you would select from here the org, and it appears in the parameters. Hope I've not confused you there. Okay, the next tab is the notification text and the action text. So this is just text that we can customize for when we're sending the RFIs out. So we can customize the notification email and the text that appears on the description. In this one, it's picked up one that I did earlier, SOD dispensation RFI, and we'll just use that for now. I'll leave it at that. So won't worry too much about the notification text. It doesn't like the fact that I've put spaces in the activity ID, so we'll just change that. And that's our RFI node. So if we click OK, and that should have saved it now. So now we can go into manage users, we can search for people, select Vince Cassidy again. If we change any attribute now on the person, it should invoke the workflow, so we'll change the initials. We'll submit now and close. So now if I go and view all requests, I should have a pending request, which I have. If I have a look at this, it's been routed to the following people, which are all system administrators on my system. So any one of these should be able to see that. Now normally obviously what they will do is they'll get an email and they'll log in into ITIM and be told that they've got some activities outstanding, but we can search for these activities. I think actually because I'm system administrator already, the dispensation is here, the RFI, so I can select that, and here we can see this is the notification text, and I can provide the information. So this is what an approver would do to fulfill the dispensation approval. So we provide the information. I know we put the car license or the driver license on the Intaglio tab. So this is the field that's active and launches the subform, sorry. And as you can see, the personal information here just displays information about the user, but it's not updatable. And that's it. That's the RFI node done.